Manchester United return to Premier League action later this afternoon when they face Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. The Reds capitulated in the first leg of their Europa League quarter-final against Sevilla on Thursday, conceding twice in the final 8 minutes and throwing away a 2-goal advantage. Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane both went off injured, with the former ruled out for the rest of the season with a broken metatarsal. But Erik ten Hag's side can instantly re-inject some positivity with a win in Nottingham. 3 points will cement the Reds in third place, following defeats on Saturday for both Newcastle United and Tottenham. Luke Shaw could make his return after missing the last 2 games with a minor issue, while Casemiro will be back in league action having served his 4-game suspension. Christian Eriksen could also be in line for a first start since returning from an ankle injury that has kept him out since January. Elsewhere, reports suggest Harry Kane will hold off on any major decisions until his Spurs side secure a new long-term manager. The 29-year-old will enter the final 12 months of his deal this summer, with Ten Hag and United interested in a summer move. 12:48 Lee Swettenham match coverage underway. Our live match coverage of United's trip to the City Ground is now underway. Samuel Luckhurst, Tyrone Marshall and Stephen Railston will guide you through the afternoon with the build-up, team news, match updates and all the post-match reaction and analysis in our extensive match blog. 12:16 Lee Swettenham Shaw returns as United fans choose lineup. United supporters are hopeful Luke Shaw is fit enough to start as part of a much-changed backline against Nottingham Forest. Erik ten Hag was confident the defender could be back for United's match at the City Ground when speaking at Friday's press conference, but could not confirm the England international's availability as 2 training sessions were still due to take place at Carrington before the game. The necessity of Shaw returning to the team is only heightened after losing central defenders Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane for the foreseeable future due to injuries sustained at Old Trafford during the Europa League quarter-final first leg against Sevilla. More details here. 11:54 Lee Swettenham Ten Hag calls for more focus from his United team. 11:13 Lee Swettenham We cannot bottle it. United supporters are making it clear that their visit to Nottingham Forest is a must-win match as they aim to qualify for next season's Champions League. Saturday's results fell in United's favour as Newcastle United were well beaten by Aston Villa before Tottenham Hotspur lost it late against Bournemouth. Both of their closest top 4 contenders losing leaves the door wide open for Erik ten Hag's team to reclaim third spot and retake pole position in the race. A win would see 3 points separate them from Newcastle in fourth, and the points gap over Tottenham would double to 6 with 8 games remaining. 10:18 Lee Swettenham Bruno on busy schedule. Asked by United's club media about the prospect of such a busy schedule for the remainder of the season, Bruno Fernandes said, 10:07 Lee Swettenham Amazing Ahmad finding it too easy. Sunderland head coach Tony Mowbray has admitted United loanee Ahmad might be finding championship matches too easy for himself after scoring another impressive individual goal this weekend. With the scores level at the Stadium of Light against Birmingham City, the winger received the ball on the right and drove at the Birmingham defence before jinking past before cutting past one player and evading the attention of another to fire a left-footed effort from just inside the penalty area into the bottom corner past goalkeeper John Ruddy. It was youngster's 12th goal of the season and keeps Sunderland's hopes of finishing in the playoff places alive, and Mowbray was full of praise for the Ivory Coast international after another match-winning performance. 9:24 Lee Swettenham. A grand gesture. Marcus Rashford chartered a Boeing 737 to whisk fiancée Lucia Loy to New York for a romantic break, it has been revealed. The plane, which cost £240,000 to hire, normally carries over 125 passengers. A source told the Mirror, "It was a grand gesture." Marcus is loved up. The footballer and Lucia, both 25, enjoyed the trip last month after he was ruled out of England's games due to injury. 8:54 Lee Swettenham. Weghorst wanted by Besiktas. Besiktas are reportedly lining up a new bid to take Wout Weghorst back to Turkey. The striker arrived at United in January, halfway through a loan deal with the Istanbul side. But The Sun reports this morning that they are hopeful of luring the Dutchman back there in the summer at the end of his spell at Old Trafford. Burnley, you'll recall, remain his parent club and are likely to prefer a sale rather than a loan deal. 8:39 Lee Swettenham. Wembley. Here we come. A date for the diary. 8:33 Matthew Abbott. Ten Hag wary of dangerous Nottingham Forest. 7:55 Matthew Abbott. Ten Hag on the lesson to learn from Sevilla. Kyle Newbold. How United should line up versus Forest. Manchester United take on Nottingham Forest at the City Ground in the Premier League on Sunday afternoon. United responded well to their defeat at Newcastle by securing back-to-back wins against Brentford and Everton, but the midweek draw against Sevilla was disappointing. The result was also made worse by injuries to Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. It's important that United bounce back against Forest, although it won't be a straightforward game, as Steve Cooper's side are fighting for survival. Regarding the team news, Marcus Rashford remains unavailable, whilst Varane and Martinez are also out. However, Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay could return to the side after their respective brief spells on the sidelines. Kyle Newbold. How would you line up this afternoon? This widget requires JavaScript to work. Pick the team. Kyle Newbold report. Kane decision will come after manager appointment. Harry Kane will hold off on any major decisions until Tottenham appoint a new manager, according to 90 Minutes. United are known admirers of Kane, with Erik ten Hag eyeing a world-class striker this summer. The England international has been earmarked as the prime target, although others have been eyed such as Victor Osimhen and Randal Kolo Muani. Spurs currently have Christian Stellini in charge temporarily, and are expected to appoint a full-time replacement at the end of the season. And Kane will reportedly hold off on any decisions until that new name is appointed. Kyle Newbold. Morning Reds. Good morning all and welcome to our live United blog this Sunday. Let's get straight to it.